Guys, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. They don't. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy, the Chief, aka the Chef, aka the C is for the Chief, bringing you a brand new episode of Brawl Stars, where inside of today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys a crazy exploit you can pull up using Sprout inside of Brawl, and one that I don't think too many people have talked about quite yet. Now, with Sprout, you've got a really interesting interaction when it comes to playing on Siege, where you can end up using Sprout's crazy range to end up making plays that not a lot of people thought were possible. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys how to do this on 3 of the 4 Siege maps, get into some real battles, and go ahead and see if we can do it to pick up some wins. Now, before we do that though, I'm gonna be holding Chief Cat hostage here for 5,000 likes. If we don't get 5,000 likes on this video, Chief Cat will never get the premium meow mix that she deserves. I mean, look at this fluff. Would you want to stop her from getting that meow mix? Make sure you guys are liking the video using code PAT, or else she'll never get smoochies ever again, just like this. So let's go ahead and get right to it. Now, when you're checking out Sprout, you can use this little exploit on 3 of the 4 Siege maps inside of Brawl Stars. The only one you can't use it on is Nuts and Bolts, so don't try it on Nuts and Bolts, but the other 3, it's actually pretty easily attainable, and especially on Factory Rush, it's fairly easy. So make sure you're using Sprout, make sure you're using the star power that gives you a little bit of extra bonus radius for overgrowth, so you can end up throwing your shots effectively, and this one actually works pretty well. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't something that's gonna change your life inside of Brawl Stars, but at moments when you do this as Sprout, especially against certain opponents who don't see it coming, it can actually end up being really, really effective. And let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the only issue is that the bots generally get pretty crazy and they try not to get you to do it, guys, but you're gonna go and storm down the right-hand side. And how you want to end up getting this done is you're going to end up throwing your shot against this wall, about to that second crack of that wall right there. And guys, you can end up banging shots off the backboard and attack the turret with literally no damage taken from that from the IKE turret, or is it the Ike turret? I forget what people always call it, guys, but this works in 3 of the 4 maps, and especially on Factory Rush, it's super easy to get the job done. So let's go and root for it again. Like I was saying, look at those blocks that I'm shooting at. You're shooting in between the 2nd and the 3rd block at the little crack in between there. And if you do it just like this, right shooting, oh wait, I need to get a little closer maybe. Yeah, if you do it just like that, you're gonna be able to shoot against the wall. You can get that bounce because with Sprout, you get that bonus damage, or that bonus range whenever you throw stuff against the walls, guys. I don't know if you knew that, but with Sprout, whenever you bounce stuff off of targets or anything else, you get a little bit of extra distance, which ends up going really far for you. All right, let's go and try this again. Making our way to the top, guys. Like I said, find your way maybe slightly over to the side right here, and then just go ahead and throw it, imagining it like you're bouncing it off that 2nd crack. And there we go. We hit the 1st one. We're going to hit that 2nd one right there. Just do this repeatedly. And already, I mean, our teammates were sort of leaving to die right here, our poor bots. But guys, if you find an opportune moment to do this, maybe you're pressing one of the sides, you can use this exploit to just completely dump down that turret. We haven't had a single siege bot, guys, and we've done almost 70% damage, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now, don't mind what's happened to my other team right here. Don't mind the fact that the last siege is on its way, but guys, let's see if we can finish this one off with a win. For some reason, I'm strangely committed to this to try to actually end up picking up a W right here. Here we go, 2 bolts for each side. Oh man, I think we're gonna lose this. I think we're gonna lose this. We're gonna lose this. Oh, we did get this last bolt. Stay alive, Nita. Wait, what? So hopping into the 2nd map that this exploit works out with, actually Junk Part, I lied. This is the easiest map to end up doing this exploit on because you don't actually require shooting anything off of the wall. How this one works is it uses Sprout's range, because if you guys didn't know this, if you make it more than halfway across the wall with a thrower, your shot will automatically reach the other side. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna set up like Ray Allen, like Steph Curry in the corner right now, shoot just past this line so you end up splashing over the top. And guys, look at that damage coming on through. You're going to be able to hit that IKE turret every single time, much easier than the wall bounces. And of course, if you're not playing against bots who for some reason triple team you in the corner, you're going to be able to take this, you know, for granted, or take advantage of this against a lot of your opponents and be able to put in some crazy work. Now, Jesse, please leave me alone. Please respect the fact that I'm in a bush right now. Let's just destroy this little turret so we don't have to deal with it. And then finally, we can set back up on the 3-point line, guys. You can sit right next up on it. Make sure you're getting just over the wall, and it's going to stretch out your attack to where you can damage down this IKE turret. Look at this. Look at that stretch right there, baby. Like Michael Jordan inside of Space Jam, you're going to stretch that arm out and dunk it onto that turret Easy peasy, great way to get some damage done. Now let's move on to the final map where this one's actually possible to get done. Now, by far and away, some assembly required is the most difficult map to pull this off with. You have to get right to the right position. It only works so often, but if you do end up doing this, and especially if you practice it, I'm sure there'd be a way to consistently get the job done. Let's see if we can get this Jackie out of our face one way or another. This one's gonna take us a second to set up right now. Let's use our wall, by the way, to get maybe Daryl out of the way. Oh, man, they're legit puppy guarding this side because they don't want me to pull off this little exploit on them. How dare they? All right, so here we go. What you're gonna wanna do is set up next. You're gonna wanna set up next. You're gonna wanna set up right here, and you're gonna wanna. Let's try that again. Basically, what you're gonna be doing is setting yourself up to next to this 4 stack of boxes right here. And you know, I can just do it on our own side of the map because honestly, this is gonna be easier. So what you have to do is set up here, bounce it off this little singular block on this side. It's sort of difficult. Oh, there we go. There, you shoot it off the wall, just barely behind right here, and it's gonna bounce off, make its way to that turret, and that's how you get it done. Now, I'm committed to getting to the other side now, so let's hide in the bushes because, spoiler alert, the bots are pretty dumb and they don't know how the bushes work, so they sort of think you're invisible once it happens. Here we go, making our way to this side of the map. Let's step on up, and then you want to be a little bit farther up right now, bounce that against that wall, and boom, you're going to be able to do it. You see how I hit it right there? It's a little bit difficult to do every single time. You've got to have some pretty good aim as a thrower, but if you bounce it just right, you're going to get that 1400 damage every single time. Guys, we did it. We got done what we wanted to get done. Let's go into some real matches using this tip and see if we can make this happen. Now, the one tricky thing is, guys, is that today's map is some assembly required. This is going to get tricky. So praying my teammates are up to the task, guys. We've got a triple thrower combination right here. Tick already using one of the gadgets just to get a little bit of a bump up right there. Jackie is going to be an issue. Legit, everyone's going to be an issue. So why don't we just make our way on forward? And let's see if we can actually use this little exploit right here inside of a couple of appropriate moments to where we can end up picking up some wins. And here we go. Maybe if we take control of this side of the map and then we somehow turn it around, it's going to be even better. Rose is going to do Rose's thing. Let's just splash that off the wall right there, guys. We're looking good. Level 3 siege bot, and like I said, sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures. Let's just start bouncing. Let's start bouncing. Look at this value. Get out of my face, Bo. Look at this value bouncing it off the wall, distracting Bo this entire time, except now I'm sort of useless, so we're just gonna go. Oh wait, I don't need to bounce it off the wall because we have a robot. Duh, guys. So let's back on up. They're gonna think nothing of it, and guys, almost no one knows about this little exploit right here, so you can actually end up using it really effectively. And if you hit your shots, unlike me, and you're not a dummy, you can actually end up putting in some work. So let's try to be a little bit careful because we do have, you know, a little bit of reload speed. Guys, look at this! Look at this! Look at this! They don't... Almost getting all the way down to 0 using this, guys. I mean business. I mean business as Sprout right now. We're going to get that work done. Hopefully there's no Rosa in this bush. Rosa's going to be right here. Oh, no. That's awkward, guys. We're just going to run on forward. Tick is sprinting towards the finish. Tick's going to finish it off. Someone's going to finish this off right here. I said someone's going to finish it off right here, right? Someone's going to finish this siege bot off right here, right? Okay. Maybe we shouldn't be trolling, but no, this is too much fun. Let's try to finish this one off with one more play, guys. And, you know, frankly, once you get to 1% HP, you can sort of just dive bomb to the very center and find yourself having a lot of success. So let's try to do that in just a moment right now. Rosa going to be a big issue. Rosa going to be Nice. Tick, make a run for it. Tick, be a hero!
Have a nice day.
This game's so easy. That was gorgeous. Honestly, couldn't have scripted that battle any better. Just by us being cheeky and standing in the corner, spraying and praying, we ended up getting that so low to where we could just dive bomb in and pick up that win. Honestly, dream come true on that one. And then I got just a little bit too close to Rosa. So that's an F in the chat. I always forget that Rosa just has like ridiculously impossible range sometimes and ends up biting me in the butt. But looks like my teammates are doing a fine job. Let's sprint in on Rosa just to make sure we can help out a bit right there. And guys, that was actually perfect. Penny's gonna get these hands. Let's make our way to the secret spot, but instead we need to help out our team. Guys, of course, whenever you're doing something like this, make sure you're not just, you know, completely hurting your team in the process and you're actually doing something that's effective right here. Robot, we're gonna get stuffed up for a second using this wall, which is actually perfect. Jessie needs to use her gadget if she has it. Doesn't look like she does, but guys, this is a great defense so far. Penny gonna try to spray and pray on in. Penny gonna get splashed. Penny gonna get that plant right there. How do you like that photosynthesis, baby? Let's get...
Returning to dawn.
This is awkward. Okay, well, we're good. We defended the robot, only 9% HP gone. We're going to be having this next siege bot, and as this robot makes its way forward, we're going to have an opportunity to put in some work. You know that Penny's trolling right now, trying to get a turret off right here, don't you? You know that Penny's trolling right now. You know that Penny's trolling right now. Get out of my face, Penny. What are you thinking? Siege bot going to go on through. I'm just going to go ahead and start dancing it up onto this Penny turret. No last blast means that you're not even going to get any big damage done right there, guys. This is glorious, and frankly, because we just don't have any way to back this up with all of this damage that went down, let's just go ahead and clean on up. I'm even going to use my super right there. Or my gadget right there. And guys, now we can just start damaging away from a distance. Now we can just start bouncing it up right here, as long as we don't miss all of our shots. And this is gonna be just fine. It's gonna be just fine. It gets him every single time. Wait, I'm dead though. Do you guys see that bouncing little plant bot right there? Okay, so we're fine. 7 volts to 2. One last siege means this could actually get pretty tricky. I could go for the finish, guys. I do about 4% damage for each one of my plants, which is a surprising amount, to be honest. Here comes Daryl. Daryl, you need to go in, dog. Daryl, you need to go in, dog. Daryl, you need to be decisive, Daryl. Okay, Daryl's not going in. That means this robot's gonna be the last thing cooking. Jesse, why is no one defending this? Did we just give up on defending a robot right here? What in the world is going on? Daryl, tank that robot. We almost choked this, but guys, that's gonna be GG, I hope. So overall, 2 fun battles, plenty of great opportunities to show you guys exactly how to work this exploit when you're playing on Sprout. Of course, like I said, this only works on 3 of the siege maps. It works on some assembly required, although it's a bit tricky. Nuts and bolts, it's absolutely, nuts and bolts is the one it doesn't work on. Factory rush, it's absolutely broken, and on junk park, you can do it pretty easily as well. That's gonna do it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found some fun out of it. If you have Sprout, make sure you're trying this out and seeing if you can pick up some wins. And guys, for me, I've had a blast, and it's just something that you learn. You know, one of these small things that could come in handy, like 1 out of every 5 siege battles when you're playing Sprout, and these are the things that lead you to picking up more wins inside of Brawl Stars. If you had fun inside of this video, make sure you're subbing up, hitting that bell, and of course using code PAD in the shop, unless you want Cheap Cat to, you know. See you guys in the next video.